Hello everyone. So today I'm going to be talking about two approaches to coaching, which is the linear pedagogy and the non-linear pedagogy. So firstly, for the linear pedagogy, it is a traditional and teacher-centered approach to coaching. So what will happen is the coach will act as a source of knowledge and give his instructions, while the students are expected to follow the given instructions of the drills and trainings. So basically, the advantage of linear pedagogy is its structured and systemic approach, which can be highly effective for teaching fundamental skills and techniques, especially to beginners. So this method provides a clear progression of learning steps, making it easier for athletes to understand and master the basics before moving on to more complex skills. So one example, you can use the context in football coaching. A linear pedagogical approach might start with basic drills to develop essential skills such as dribbling, shooting, or passing. So athletes would practice these skills in a controlled environment with clear step-by-step instructions and repetition, ensuring that they are able to build a solid foundation for themselves. So this structured method can lead to consistent skill development, and it can also help the athletes to gain confidence and competence in their abilities. However, the disadvantage is that athletes might become overly reliant on practice techniques and fail to come up with their own moves or strategies that could give them an edge, especially during in-game plays. So they would also be limited to their decision making, as they may not be able to really develop that skill while doing this approach. Since it uses the one-size-fits-all approach, athletes with different learning styles and needs from this approach will not benefit, as it does not cater to every individual differences. So the next would be the non-linear pedagogy, where it is a student-centered approach to coaching, where the student has to be active in their learning process in this approach. This approach basically emphasizes the importance of adaptability, exploration, and creativity in skill acquisition. Rather than following a step-by-step progression, non-linear pedagogy basically encourages the athletes to discover and develop their skills through various experiences. So one example for non-linear pedagogy would be during a basketball session, where the coach will allow the students to experiment with different shooting techniques to find which technique works best for them. So this could involve varying the release points, the footwork, and the body positioning when they are shooting. So from there, the coach can provide feedback for them to allow them to reflect and thus make adjustments to their solutions. So some advantages of this approach is that it helps the athletes to improve their decision-making skills, as they are constantly challenged to think of the best solutions to overcome various problems, which is also helpful during in-game solutions. So secondly, another advantage would be that this approach helps to further develop the athletes' creativity, as they have to constantly come up with different techniques and strategies to improve their performance. However, although the non-linear pedagogy provides the students with a sense of freedom, the disadvantage of this approach is that the athletes may actually miss out on mastering their fundamental skills if their training is too focused on variability and complex scenarios. So without having good foundation, they might thus struggle with advanced tasks. So having to constantly face new and complex challenges, it may also cause them stress and anxiety, which can reduce their level of enjoyment and engagement during lessons, which is also not good for those who are lacking in their decision-making skills. Hence, in summary, linear pedagogy is a teacher-centered approach which focuses more on structured lesson and ensuring the mastery of the fundamental skill, while non-linear pedagogy focuses more on the student's creativity and able to explore to improve their own performance. So all in all, it depends on the type of learner and which sort of approach suits the learner best, as both approach actually plays a part in developing their skills.